Okay, so today I will be doing my how-to speech on how to solve a problem in math using the quadratic equation. So the first step in this problem right here is that we want to get everything onto one side. So since the 8x squared is already on its side by itself, we're going to keep it over here, and we're going to do the opposite to this side. That way we can bring it over here. So then we will have, so we're going to add 14x to both sides, along with adding 3. So now, since what we did right here has to be done over to this side, we now have 8x squared plus 14x plus 3. Now, in the quadratic formula, it is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So how we find a, b, and c is that the a is always the x squared. So now our a equals 8. Our b is always the x value, so b will be 14. And our c is always the one without the variable, so our c is going to be 3. Now using that, we can go ahead and write out the equation, which is going to be x equals negative 14, because it's minus negative b, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so it's 14 squared, minus 4a, which is 8, and then c, which is 3, over 2a. I'm sorry, you probably can't see that. Forget about that. So 2a, which is 8. So from here, we can go ahead and simplify it. So that negative 14 at the beginning will stay the same. The plus or minus will also stay the same. And then we get in here. So 14 squared is 196. And it's minus negative 4 times, or it's negative 4 times 8, which is 32. But then you also have to multiply it by this 3 right here. So that 32 then becomes a 96. So it's minus 96 over that 2 times 8 right there, which is 16. So from here, we can simplify that just a little bit more. And of course, that negative 14 stays. Plus or minus also stays. And then we get down to 196 minus 96, which is 100. So then we have a 100 in here over 16. Now, what we do from here is you just have to pick out what this square root is. Now, in the quadratic formula, it's not always going to be even. Like you may have to do, you may just have to simplify the radical. But now we get minus 14 plus or minus 10, because the square root of 100 is 10, over 16. Now, all of these are even numbers, so they can at least all be divided by 2. So then we'll take 2 out of everything, so we just cut everything in half here. So we have minus, or negative 7, plus or minus 5 over 8. Now this cannot be simplified anymore, so using the quadratic formula, we solved this equation and got this answer.